Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I've done a video, so thanks for joining and sticking with me and waiting for new videos. Today I'm going to be making a Lauren bag. This one I just dug out of a tote, so it's kind of all wrinkly, but it's basically, wow, it's very wrinkly. Oh my gosh. The zipper top, and we're gonna have a pocket on the inside. So you'll see it as we get to it, what exactly it looks like if you haven't seen one yet. I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. I did get my sewing room remodeled. We painted, we put new flooring in. It looks awesome. So maybe at the end of the video I will do a quick sweep of the room and show it off a little. But all right. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and do my straps really quick. I don't have a full bobbin. It looked like a half a bobbin when I pulled it in, so I'm kind of hoping it works for my straps and then I can change it out. If not, well, I'll just have to put a new bobbin in. Hopefully everyone is having a decent year and isn't sick and is doing well. It's just awful, everything going on in the world right now. It's just, I don't even know. But sewing kind of just takes me away from all of that, and I can just focus on sewing. It's just nice. So right now I'm just folding my straps in half, the raw edges to the center. Then I'm going to fold it again and sew it down. And I'm going to do this for both straps. This is some thick vinyl. I found it at Walmart, actually. And yeah, it's really nice. I like to make the NCWs with it because you don't have to use vinyl. The stuff is so, or not vinyl, but interfacing. The stuff is so nice. Let's do a 4.5 stitch length. Come on. Oops. I was using my domestic earlier, so I was looking for my lever back here. I'm trying not to shine my light directly down here because it's kind of bright. I think we're good. Sure why my speed is turned down so low, but I need to turn that up. That's crazy. Yeah, it was. I don't like it too high because I feel like sometimes it gets away from me. But that was like crazy low. All right, I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other strap. So, has anyone made the classic zip around wallet by Maggie 55 Patterns? Has anyone ever bought from 31 bags, purses and bags? Well, they have a wallet called All About the Benjamins. And the zip around wallet, the classic zip around, kind of reminds me of it. And I always buy the new designs of All About the Benjamins every time they come out. Well, that was before I started making bags. Has always been my favorite wallet, so I've been dying to try it, but I don't have the correct interfacing for it. So I'm going to try it anyways with what I have, at least for my first one before I go and buy interfacing that I don't have or may not ever use on anything else. Just kind of see how easy it is to put together in general. And then if it's not too bad, I may invest in some of the good interfacing that it calls for and actually try to make a for real one. I shouldn't say for real one because, I mean, the first one will be for real one too, but a good one, I should say. I mean, don't clothing makers use muslin to try out their patterns first anyway? They make it all in cheap muslin, and then if it fits correctly and all that good stuff, then they buy the good stuff, right? I don't know. I think. I don't make clothes. I've been asked. I just, yeah, not my thing. I am 5 foot tall, so I do, ooh, what do I do? I do hem my jeans a lot, but I don't make clothes. I don't think I could do that. Oops. Back up there. Okay. Straps are done. Let's see. I am going to go ahead and prepare my zipper. This is the bottom, this is the top. I'm sure there's dimensions in the pattern, but I've made a few of these so far that I'm not really going to look it up. I just know I want my zipper tabs in quite a ways, at least an inch. That looks pretty good. That way, when it folds out, it's not like a really tight fit, and it just sits well, and it's, yeah. You don't care. I'm just gonna do it. Just go from there. I'm not giving a lot of dimensions and whatnot, and like half-inch seam allowance, quarter-inch seam allowance. I honestly don't know. I kind of wing it, so it's probably wouldn't want to listen to me anyway, whatever I tell you to do. I guess these I am giving a half-inch seam allowance too. And sorry if my dog starts barking. He thinks someone just pulled in, so he's looking at the door like he's ready to kill whoever opens or whoever knocks. I don't think anyone's here. I didn't hear nothing. He's just psycho, that's all. Well, I don't know why I didn't, but that was the first bobbin. I don't know if you can see that. There's not much left in there. I'm going to have to wind bobbins when this one runs out. I won't torture you with that though. I will turn the camera off and do it off camera. Okay, just gonna, so I just sewed the right side of my zipper to the right side of my zipper tab. That's what I did. And I'm just going to flip it over and then under. I'm not folding this raw edge under. You know, sometimes they call it the fold under. I'm not doing that. I'm just flipping it up and then flat. And I want a top stitch, and if there's any extra down here, I'm just going to trim it down. No one's going to see it. It's going to be on the inside of the bag in the very corner, and no one's ever going to see it. So, do that. Turn my stitch length down just a little bit. It seems big to me. So I have an old phone. It's a Samsung phone, Android. The one I'm recording on right now is an Apple. It's an iPhone 7 Plus. And I thought about trying to get my Android, I mean it works. I just thought about using it for the videos, but when I upload, right now, I'm using iMovie to edit, and I just do it on my phone. And I just don't know what I have. See, I have some extra on the back. I'm just going to turn that off. I don't know what I have on my laptop. I'll have to look that I can edit with if I do use my phone, because I'm going to have to transfer them to my laptop, which is fine, but I mean, the iPhone and iMovie is kind of nice because I can just sit in my recliner and watch TV and just edit a movie. I mean, I know I could take my laptop over to the recliner too, but if y'all understand my pain, I have a pug, and he thinks he needs to be on my lap at all times. Like right now, he's in my recliner staring at me and giving me the dirty eye because I am not holding him petting him or whatever, just because he's like that. So it's kind of hard to have all that stuff on me because he has to be number one. Whoa. Let's not do that, Mr. Machine. I bumped the pedal. I think we're good. Okay. Oopsie. I'm sorry. I'm not the only one that talks to my machinery. Alright, we're going to say this is the front. I feel like I cut it upside down. No. Isn't this gray just like gorgeous? I love it. Okay. I'm sure I'm probably supposed to snip the center. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna turn it upside down so I can see it better though. I might even get my handy dandy ruler out and just kind of, there's an inch. Let's see. That looks good right there. Let's grab some of these clipper doodads. I'm going to baste this on. I'm using the stiff vinyl that I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to be using waterproof canvas for the lining. So all this stuff's kind of thick and I just don't want it moving around, so I'm going to baste it on. I'm going to keep my stitch length at a 4. Just stitching on that zipper tab, not all the way to the end, just the zipper tab only. Don't really need a back stitch, I guess. But... And I thought about putting I have a small foot, like a zipper foot for my Juki here. I thought about putting that on. I haven't used it in a while, just for, you know, to change it up, but maybe next time. Alright, and stop on the zipper tab. Don't go past it. Get on there. Okay. I hear a car now. We'll see if he starts barking. Nope. He's such a goofball. Alright, now this side I am not putting the zipper pocket on, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this just like normal. I want to iron this really quick. 1 second. Mostly just hitting it with steam. That top part of my waterproof canvas was wrinkled. There we go. Definitely don't want to iron those too much. Let's get a smudge. Alright, so I don't remember the exact order to put this in. That sounds bad. I don't, so I'm just kind of going for it. I think I do my zipper on both sides, and then I do my bottom, but then I have to go through the zipper to top stitch the bottom. Yes. Sure. Yeah, we're gonna go with it. What the heck, right? Just go with it. If I mess it up, then I'm gonna have to rip it out. That's life. You know, I could easily just get on, well, not on my phone, but on my laptop, which is literally right behind me, and I could just look it up, but I'm too lazy. I'm not feeling like doing that. Whoa. Okay, you're next. Here you go. My bad. Alright, now we're going to do about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, so that's why I flipped it so you can see my stitch line that I've already done. And again, just sew right on the zipper tab. If I can get on there. I keep looking for my lever. I've been using my domestic a lot. I have been making quilts. Quilt blocks. And it's been fun. Usually I absolutely hate putting quilt blocks together. I'm not a good quilt piecer. I have a long arm, so I do that. But if anyone else makes quilts, you'll know what I mean. It's like some of the points just never line up, no matter how hard I try. And I know they're just for me, so I'll do it, but that's why I get so frustrated. It's just because they're never perfect like in the pictures. And I don't like that. But let's say we could call them imperfectly perfect because they're for me and who cares, right? Now, before I top stitch this, I think I am going to wind some bobbins, and I'll just put a fresh bobbin in. I'm assuming, you know, let's check while I'm right here. Let's see where we're at. You know, there's still quite a bit here. Should I chance it? I'm gonna chance it, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a try. We're gonna top stitch. Screw it. Screw it. Let's see what happens. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna run out of bobbin. You guys are gonna laugh, right? All right, I'm gonna leave this open and fold, keep this edge here, facing out. So you're sewing through all the vinyl on this side. Your zipper's that way. Now this time you can sew all the way to the edge. Is that right? I have no clue. I'm pretty sure. See, this is where I should look, but I'm not going to because that's not how I roll. We are gonna wing it again. It's all right. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's all good. Make sure you stop and just double check. Still got thread? We sure do. Let's move this right now. Did we run out? Haha, we made it. Okay, I definitely gotta wind some bobbins. I can guarantee that's like almost empty. I'm going to steam a little bit here just to kind of help that set a little better. And then I will pause the camera and get my bobbins wound, and then we'll continue with the next step. So just a second. All right, guys, I'm back. We're good to go. Okay. Before I get too excited, I need to add strap connectors. See, this is what happens when you don't pay attention and follow directions. I was talking, but seriously, my dog just snored like so loud. I'm telling you, he's giving me the evil eye. Anyway, so we're going to make these, and I am going to go ahead and sew the other one on because this, blah, 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 because since this one I've already sewed on, my edge is going to be different because, you know, some of it is folded down because it's connected to the zipper. So, and I can still get to it. I just open it up, you know, put it on there, sew it on. So I will sew the other side on, but first I want to go ahead and get these ready and prep them. So just like I did my straps, I'm going to fold the long raw edges in. On all four. Whoa. And I'm going to do this, I'm not going to sew down each side like we did the straps because I'm going to be sewing them onto the bag, so I don't want all that stitching on there. So we're just going to get these folded in here, and then we're going to add our hardware, and then we'll measure and yeah, add them onto the bag. I'm using gunmetal on this bag. I haven't used it in a while, so it's kind of nice to see it again. I've been sticking to just nickel. I don't know why. It's just like a safe thing. I don't know. So I'm going to use a little bit of double-sided leather tape. I purchased this waywack.com. It is awesome stuff, like awesome. So if you have an industrial and you want something to help hold all this stuff down, I would suggest getting some. Let me see, yeah, like right there. Make a mark because it's good. I have used this with my domestic, and my domestic did not like it at all. I'm using 2 pieces because, for one, this will help keep that seam down. Even though there's tape on the inside, it'll help me stick it to the bag and stay in place while I'm sewing. So there's one. Ta-da. But I have tried, I don't know why I got these clips out. I've tried other double-sided tapes, just like what I found at Joann's and stuff, and none of them really worked. Not as good as this stuff. This stuff is so sticky. I love it. Definitely worth giving it a try. Okay. You don't want to go too high because you don't want your hardware to get stuck and not flip around. You want, if that glue gets in there, your hardware won't move. It'll want to be stiff. So as long as the tape isn't touching your hardware, it'll be kind of floppy. And that's what we want. We want floppy hardware. I think my dog hears something again. I'm telling you, we call him a crackhead. He's nuts. So, yeah. I'm expecting a package also from the postal service, which it probably won't come because that's just how it's going right now. But when she does drop it off, she honks the horn. He goes nuts. He's psycho. He wouldn't hurt a fly. It's just he loves new people. He loves to just, he jumps up on them. He's a pug. He's like 18 pounds or something. He's not very big, but he just wants the pets. Yeah, he's just a crackhead. That's all there is to it. All right, let's get this last one done so I can stop talking about my dog and more about the bag, right? I can talk about my dog all day. He's my baby, and he knows it. He's spoiled. Okay, last one is probably overkill, all this tape, but whatever. My sewing machine doesn't mind it, so I go ahead and do it. If my needle gummed up a lot, I wouldn't use it, but I've never had a problem. So, whew, I thought I peeled one of those off. I was like, oh, it's stuck. Okay, there's our connectors. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead, set those off to the side real quick, just so I can sew the other side of my panels on. I am way off here. I haven't even put, oh my gosh, my little handmade thing. What is wrong with me? I'm just like so excited to make this video, and maybe I'm the crackhead. Maybe we got this all wrong. Maybe it's not the dog, it's just me. Yeah, I have never done crack, so I wouldn't even know. Yeah, I don't want to eyeball this. Let me go grab my bigger ruler just so I don't mess it up. I want it to be good and centered. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's use this one instead. Oh yeah, that's better. That's like almost perfect. There's 18, so we want 9. How far down should I put it? What did I do on this one? You guys, I'm not prepared. Not prepared whatsoever at all. This one is the 3 inches, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right. So eyeball that, not eyeball it. We're gonna measure it. Use my handy dandy Tandy leather pen. We're going to find our center mark. I have an 18-inch ruler, so it's almost exactly perfect. So mine's 19, or not 19, 9. And then, whoa, are these, I don't know why I'm measuring one and that's where the hole is gonna go. It should be like right there. Okay, that's way off. Sorry guys. 1, 2, 3 ish. Okay. So let me hold this this up, make sure, yes, it'll fit. That looked way more difficult than it should have been. Am I right? Way more difficult. Look at my lines, so I know exactly where I need to poke these holes. Move my lining out of the way and poke some holes. Let's see. There we go. Normally I have these little pieces in my drawer that I save of Decoville Heavy that I won't attach to the vinyl because it kind of makes a mark, whatever the shape that interfacing is, but I will poke the holes in and then just put it behind for a little extra support. But this vinyl, I'm telling you, it's so thick, I'm not even going to do that. I think it's like, it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and attach this, maybe some straight. Alright, but I think I will use a little bit, if it'll stick. Sometimes it doesn't stick to some of these backings, but anyway, my duct tape. Yes, I just used my teeth. It probably won't stay because it's kind of like a felty type, but whatever. We're going to try it anyway. Alright, there's that. Let's go ahead and sew the, isn't that just cute? I'm telling you, I love this gray. It's awesome. Alright, let's put this back. Let's go ahead and add our other zipper pocket, jeez! Other side. You probably can't see what I'm doing hardly at all, but I'm doing right sides together and just lining up the edges so everything's nice and flush. You know what, I am going to use clips because everything's so heavy. I don't want anything moving around on me, even though it's just a zipper, but yeah. So clip this on. I guess this isn't, I mean, it's a tutorial, but I'm definitely not following a pattern whatsoever at all. So yeah, you'll have to go to Lauren for the tutorial. I know she does one because she did it when she put out the pattern. Okay, we're just basting this, so only on the zipper tab. My speed way up when I was let's get the words out, doing my bobbins, when I was making bobbins, so it would go faster. I just don't like it fast. Okay. Alright. On the zipper tab, not past. Okay. Maybe one of these days I'll try a live, because I think that would be fun too. Then I wouldn't feel like I have to come up with stuff to talk about, because sometimes I just sit here and it's just, I don't know. You want to talk, but you're like, what do I talk about? Are they going to like not like the stuff I talk about? You know? I'm just silly. But you know, I mean, I could definitely find something. I could talk about my dog. Okay, oh, also I have one thing I guess I could talk about. Something exciting coming up for me. As I mentioned earlier, I do some quilting, some long arm quilting. I've teamed up with some, I not really teamed up with her, but I got a hold of someone and I'm offering to do a giveaway for some free quilting. So if you make quilt tops, I will link her shop in the description below, so you can watch each week for her to do the giveaway. But yeah, if you make quilt tops but you don't quilt them to the backing, you know, in the batting, or you don't do any long arm quilting or anything like that, that's what it's going to be, is a free pantograph. It'll be like an all over, but urbanelements.com is where I get all my pantographs, and you get to pick whichever one you want, and I will put that on there. But anyway, I will do another video on that when she actually releases the info on her channel, because she's the one, it's kind of her thing. So when she is ready to do the giveaway, I will do another video and post more information, I guess. I guess I'm just giving you a heads up to let you know that if you're a quilter and you like to make quilts but it's too expensive to do the long arming, that's what I'm giving away, is the long arming part for free. So it's going to be a fun giveaway. I'm really excited about it. And plus it would help her get viewers on her channel, you know, subscribers, whatever. So she's kind of a new YouTuber, so just helping other small businesses out type thing. So her channel is cross stitching and quilting. She has a little shop, online shop. She sells like quilt kits, quilt patterns, cross stitch patterns. It's just a cute little place I go to buy my cross stitch patterns and all that. So now, I know I cut it, but I can't find it. My other lining piece. Oh, that's what I just sewed on. I'm the crackhead. I am most definitely the crackhead. It's not my dog. I'm the crazy one. Yeah. Okay. So then, we're gonna top stitch and not worry about how much of a crackhead I am. Wow, that's the word of the day today, crackhead. You know, I should have prepared. It's been way too long since I've done a video. I should have like wrote notes, right? Did I go? Yes, I did. Okay, all the way to the edge. If I'm wrong, whatever. Okay, make sure your seam's all good. So yeah, the giveaway is going to be fun. I'm excited. Now that my room has been remodeled, it's so like bright and clean and airy in here, and it just has given me so much motivation to sew. And you know, I long arm. I don't get a lot of customers anymore because no one just, it's expensive. Like a lap size quilt, just for the long arming part, is like $135. And that's not including if they want a specific pantograph I have to buy or a specific thread I don't already have. All that goes into the price. So it could be up to $175 just for a lap size quilt to be quilted. And that's just for a pantograph. If it was custom quilting, oh my gosh, that would be even more. And so no one wants to pay the prices, so they're teaching themselves, excuse me, hurt, what the heck? So they're teaching themselves how to do it on their own machines so they don't have to pay the prices. So, but I mean, you can't lower your prices just so people come to you. It's not, you know, you can't lose money. You're putting a lot of time and effort into making their quilt beautiful. So, don't mind me, I'm not complaining. I don't mind not not quilting because, you know, it's just, where's my thing? It's just, I don't know. I have so much going on that if I don't get customers, it's no big deal. If I do, I do. I make enough quilts for myself, and I have a friend that does, that I quilt for, that we get by just fine, and I'm busy enough, plus working full time, so it is what it is. But I wouldn't mind having a couple more customers, you know? Alright, enough mumbling about that. Let's see, this was, I'm just using my other one that I dug out of my storage bin to see where I put my straps. Looks like 4 inches in, and we're going to do 1 1/4 inches down. So I'm going to get my handy marking tool again that is supposed to come off. We'll see. 4 inches in, what did I say, 1 1/4 inches down? Like you're going to answer me, right? Okay. 4 1 1/4 inches. And that, let me see, is where I want this edge to be. Right. That better come off. I'm gonna be mad. gonna go there then. Let's go over 5 because I gotta make sure I get that straight. Okay. 5? Yes. Okay. Make sure. 1.25. 5. Yep, that's good. Okay. Let's go in 5 so I can mark the line. My straps will cover it up if it doesn't come off, but let's just hope it comes off so I don't have to worry about it. Don't be like me. Don't just wing it. Test your products on scrap vinyl or fabric first. Read the directions. Be a good person. Don't be a crackhead. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to go ahead and this, instead of marking, I didn't even think about it. I had sticky stuff on the back. See, I'm telling you, it's been way too long. All right, we're going to stick this on. Yep, that looks good. All right. Oh, yeah. Stick this on. Does that come off? Yeah, it does. And it kind of blends in, so that's awesome. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and just do this side. And here's another little trick I learned too. I'll show you here in just a second. Move all this out of the way because I'm just going to knock it around when I'm sewing this thing. Okay. As close as we can to that connector. I'm on a 4. That's probably good. All right, so when I turn, back of my machine is going to hit my hardware and it could scratch or make a mark on my vinyl. So what I do, I don't know if it's the brightest thing, but it works for me and I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go backwards. So just enough, just a few stitches, and then I'll turn my work back around again. So backwards. That should be plenty. And I'll just turn my work around and there we go. Okay, since I did this wrong, I have all this extra. Let's cut this and leave a little extra to burn off. Okay. I'm gonna turn my machine down a little. I know. Okay. Let's see. Usually I would do a diagonal stitch across the box, but I'm not feeling it today. I'm a rebel today, I tell ya. Like I said, this is not an official tutorial. This is just me just sewing and you just hanging out with me, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and do the same thing for this one. Close as we can. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay. Whoa, that was too far. Okay. Trim that again. Awesome pattern. I love it. Lauren did a great job on it, even though I'm not following it. And when you've made so many bags, they're kind of all repetitive. They're kind of all the same, so you just, it looks good. So it's kind of easy to just whip them together. This one was a little different and confusing for me when I first started it, just because of having to go through here to top stitch the bottom one. It kind of got me there, but once I thought about it, I'm like, okay, I don't know why I thought that was so hard, because it's actually not bad at all. I'm just a weenie. I don't like new stuff. All right. And there's that. let's go ahead and put these on. Okay, let's double check, make sure my lining, yep, everything's out of the way. Okay. We want to go a little bit further, don't mind me. I don't want to go that far, but there we go. Okay. Man, my stitches are like off today. I'm usually really good at getting them where I want them. Okay. I do have a piece of extra vinyl that I will put under my foot if I need to, but I don't know. I just kind of like doing the reverse thing. For one, it's something different because I've always used that piece of vinyl, which isn't nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's, you know, it works. But I do like using the reverse. It's just, I don't know, just me being different. Okay. That seems up. Ooh. Come on, baby. Seems a little bit high. Here we go, about right there. Yeah. Get that off. Straight. Yeah. Alright, sorry. Didn't have it on quite right. Almost done. Okay. How cute is that? It's gonna be an adorable bag, like almost like fancy but not fancy. I don't know what to call it. All right, now, you know what? Wow, I never added my zipper pocket on the inside. Do I even really want it? I don't know. Do I? Yes? No? You know what? I don't think this one's going to have a zipper pocket. Is that bad? No, I cut it. I should. No, I don't want it. Oh my gosh. Do not kill me, you guys, please. I promise. I'm not usually this psycho. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. I could do this after. Should I do it now? Yeah, I'm gonna do it now. Anyway, I wrote the dimensions where I put, where I'm going to put my purse feet. I measured, let me get my little ruler, just in case you are wondering. I measured, okay, from my interfacing, not the edge, but from here, I measured 2 inches in and 1 inch down. 2 in and 1 from the long edge. So from the short edge, I went in 2 inches. And from this long edge, I went all from the interfacing, not the edge of the material. I was going to do it in inch by inch, but I didn't like this placing, so I went in more. And then my center one. So, oh my gosh. We're going to go ahead and do that really quick. Let's get all those out. You guys, if you're even still watching this video, I applaud you because, wow. Who is this lady, right? Am I right? Oh my gosh. Okay, poke my holes. Did you hear that? That was my puppy. Whoa, that was way too much. We'll have to like definitely make sure that's covered. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought actually. It's fine. Oh, I'm gonna get in there. Looks like it's gonna fall out. That'll be cute. Alright. Oh yeah, that's not as big as I thought it was gonna be. Thought I made my cut like really big, but we're good. Shoo. These are so tiny. Okay. I cannot, there it is. Really small. I thought I could have bigger than that. Okay. Normally I wait until I put all these in, but I don't know. I didn't turn them. For some reason I'm just like wanting to do it now. So what I'm doing here is I put them in the same direction as my cut, but I want to twist them just the opposite way. Like if I put them in straight, I just twist it so the prongs are the opposite way that I put them in as. Just kind of helps them from falling out, keeps them from falling out, I guess. I'm sure all of you know this anyway, but in case anyone new is watching, or any new bag makers, it kind of explains that for you. It's hard to see these cuts. Okay, twist them. You guys, it has been so long since I've made one of these bags. I've been making the Blue Cala. She has the drawstring, the begonia drawstring bag. I have been making a ton of those, and they've been selling like crazy. It's crazy. So there's not like a lot of hardware with those. It's like been forever since I've done purse feet and vinyl and all that, because they just don't call for vinyl. So okay, duct tape. Goodness. Okay, I need to use my teeth. It seems tough and rough, but the scissors suck. Okay. And I'm going to leave that hang because I want to sew it in across, that way it doesn't come out. It's more a reinforcement. So, whoops, wrong way. Am I forgetting anything else? I don't think so. I think we're good. Let's get our clips back out that I put away. All right, we can do this. Wow. Okay. Ah, the duct tape's sticking. I will not mess this up. It will be fine, right? It will be fine and perfect. You can do it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna sew right next to that stabilizer, but not on it, because it will be harder to top stitch if you sew on the stabilizer. There's just going to be way too much bulk there, so we don't want to do that. I do, however, want that knot to stick to my bag. I guess I will cut a little down. I need to clean my scissors off. Ugh. Okay. Okay, let's just, whoop, good thing that's in that seam allowance. Cut these off, making me look bad. Way to go, tape. You know, if I would have bought pink duct tape, that wouldn't happen, because pink, I like pink. Pink likes me, I think. Okay. Now, let's top stitch. I'm going to leave my edge this way, make sure it stays that way, fold this down, and top stitch on the bottom. Pick all this up so it doesn't hit the camera. Alright, here we go. I'm just leaving my stitch length at a 4. It seems to be a pretty good stitch length for me today. Okay. Phew, thought I broke it for a sec. It would not surprise me if I did. Alrighty then. Now, my camera angle sucks. All of our right sides are together. Your linings are over here, right sides together, and your exteriors are over here, right sides together. You have all of your strap connectors on. You have your handcrafted or whatever nameplate, your zipper's installed, purse feeder installed. I'm really not even telling you this, I'm telling myself this because, yeah, well, you know. So, let's go ahead, pin the other side of our bottom down, and then we will sew it like we just did, and then we'll have to go through that top zipper to top stitch it. And it is not even close to being as bad as I originally thought it would be, so that's good. Alright, pick all that up, get it out of the way. Same thing. Alright. So I got laid off from my job. They say it's because of work conditions, not conditions, but lack of work. I think secretly it's because of the COVID, but I can't say, I don't know for sure. But anyway, I'm going to be laid off, hopefully, they say, till the end of July. So I'm going to try to get as much content on here, and it's like tutorials, or maybe tutorials, I don't know. I'm going to try to get as much on here as I can, so now that I have time to sit around and do it. So I guess look forward to that. It will be more than just bag making. It'll be like quilting, long arm work. I'm probably, well, it'll be bag making, but that begonia bag, I'll probably be doing that. The giveaway, I'll do a video about the giveaway. I might even take a video of me quilting some of the quilt that the person sends me that wins the giveaway. So here's our bag. All the right sides are together. Flip that down. Basically the bag is inside out right now. I'm going to open it up so we can see that where we need to top stitch, and you want to make sure your seam is towards the bottom. You want to sew through that to sew it down towards the bottom. So I press it down right now, lay it on my table flat, open all this, and then I'm going to shove it under my foot. It fits, I promise. Move stuff out of the way. Alright, and there we go. And really just take your time, make sure all your linings and stuff are out of the way. It's easy peasy. You can see fine. You just open these. I see that, you know, I look up at the camera, I can tell that you guys can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, you can see really good. And it just, you don't have to do this on this side, but it just makes it look better if you do want to look at the bottom of your bag. It just looks put together and finished and all that. Alright, hold everything out of the way so I can back stitch. There we go. Where's that? These these threads drive me crazy. I have to clip them. It drives me nuts. Alright, our exterior is finished. And I'm thinking I may actually put that zipper panel in. I would be a jerk if I didn't, so I'm gonna do it. So I'm trying to look to see where I want. I'm gonna look at my old one. If it's open like, yeah, I want it on the side that my handmade label's on. And you can tell here, this is where I put my handmade label. So this is the one I want my zipper pocket on. I've already got my measurements. I'm going to go and sew my box down 1 inch from the top and 3/4 of an inch from the side, or 4 inches from the center mark over. So that's how big I'm making my zipper. I might actually do 3.5. So I'm going to remark that because I think it's just going to be kind of tough sewing it together afterwards. Let me remark that. So yeah, it'll be 1.25 inches from the edge, or 3.5 inches from that center mark. That's how big I'm making my box. Hopefully I'm not confusing you, because you know what? I think I'm confusing myself, honestly. I don't even know anymore. This is going to be one of the most messed up videos, but you know what? I don't care. I'm just so excited to get it out there that I'm just going to keep rolling with it. Why not? Po body's nerfic, right? All right, right now I'm just gonna use my friction pen to find my center because I can iron it off and it'll disappear. I don't know if you can tell, I'm just putting my, it's a 3-inch ruler. I'm just butting up against where the zipper and the lining got sewed together since we're doing this after it's already been sewed on. My center, I'm just gonna make a little mark. I don't want it that low, but I'm just gonna make a mark there and then up only, so I can kind of connect them to see better. I already got a center mark marked on my pocket panel piece also, but right sides together. I'm going to eyeball where I want it. I'm gonna say there. How much is that? That's like 1.5 inches down from the finished edge that's buttoned up against the zipper. Roughly. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Please don't, actually, because I don't even know what's wrong with me right now. I'm just psycho. Alright, I am rolling this up and clipping it to kind of, to kind of hold that pocket panel down for me so it doesn't move. Okay, and here we go. I'm going to turn my stitch length down a little bit. Nice and straight still, yep. That was not the straightest line ever. Oh well. It happens. We'll make it straight when we sew that zipper in. Which, yes, at least I have it ready. Right? I'm gonna have to open it. It'll be fine. Okay. On my waterproof canvas, I like to use, let's take these off. I like to use a seam ripper to get this center started. I have pointy scissors, but I don't know. I just like to poke the hole in the center with my seam ripper and just get a nice slit going. I don't know, I'm just weird. It's one more step because you got to get it out, put it back, get your scissors out. Alright, let's just get this zipper in here so we can finish our bag. This might, it's fine, yep, it's fine. So what else have I not talked about? So much has been going on. I'm just going to iron these edges. That's going to be folding through the hole real quick. It just kind of makes them fold around a lot easier. So I'm going to do that really quick off camera. But yeah, I had to have a surgery last year for my neck. I had to get a disc replaced in my neck, and I've been having a lot of pain ever since, like almost more pain than from before. So I've been having issues with that. So I've been getting injections in my neck and stuff to kind of help with that. So that's what I've been dealing with. I actually had it done yesterday, and yesterday was a nice lazy day. My husband, it was his first day back to work from being laid off, and he actually had to take a vacation day. It was kind of funny. So of course his boss was like, yeah, that's fine, you know, whatever, but we're all good now. I'm feeling pretty good now. I couldn't sleep last night. I was up at like 3. It's just, yeah, you get older and you start having aches and pains. It's wonderful. I don't think I'd want to go back in time. I'm happy with where I am in life. I kind of miss my kids being toddlers and being little, but I kind of like where they're at now. So, I mean, I guess I'm just happy. My 2 oldest, all I did was flip this through, by the way, and I steamed it so it lays nice and flat. And now I'm just going to lay this other piece on right sides together and sew the 3 edges, not the bottom edge, because we're going to turn it through there. But anyway, my 2 oldest children are actually in the Air Force. So that's what they've been doing. My youngest has one more year of high school and she will graduate. So, which I was kind of thrilled because she didn't get to go to prom this year. It would have been her first prom. And, you know, next year she wouldn't have gotten to go either. And everyone wants to experience the senior year stuff, you know, and no one was in school. Everyone was homeschooled, so. And she actually kind of liked being homeschooled. We didn't actually homeschool her. Well, we never had to do any of that, actually. She's a very good kid and was able to do it on her own. And if she would have came to me and needed help, I would have been like, honey, what you learned in 6th grade is probably what I learned in high school. So I have no clue what you're talking about. So everything's so much different now. All right, I'm going to, yeah. Whoa. Or, geesh, I'm all confused. Do not do this my way. What is wrong with me? Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm crazy. I'm just crazy. It's not my dog. But yeah, I feel bad for parents out there that had like 7 and 8-year-olds that needed the help in the homeschooling. I mean, especially for like the essential workers that still had to go to work. That's just, oh, you know what? Wow! I gotta put my zipper in, don't I? You know what? We'll just make it a slip pocket. That's cool. Right here's my zipper. Right here. I can't make it a slip pocket. Dang it! I got to talking and got distracted. It's all your guys' fault. It's not me. It's you guys. That's alright. Anyway. Don't even know what I was saying. I distracted myself and I'm mad. But, why can't I follow directions? But, no, I feel sorry for you parents out there that were essential workers and had young ones that still needed help with homework and all that, because not only did you have to go to work and deal with all this out there, you had to come home and be teacher. So I applaud each and every one of you for doing that. I told my husband, I said, I'm just so glad our kids are grown. And he's like, you know, I didn't really think about it like that. But yeah, you're right. That would have sucked because well, he got laid off, but I had to go to work. And he would have had to be teacher, and I know he wouldn't have liked that. But, so yeah. And I had to work through all of it too up until the last couple of weeks. So I think just companies we supply things for aren't asking for things. It's just lack of work just because of everything going on. So unfortunately. Otherwise, my business where I work is still actually running. They didn't lay everybody off. There's still people there working. So all right, let's do this right, people. Goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. Let's get this laying on here the way I want it. Right like that. Yes. Okay. I am not butchering this pattern, by the way. Just because I'm forgetting everything and doing it backwards is, yeah. Maybe this is my backwards tutorial on how to make the Lauren bag. Maybe that was what I intended to do the whole time, right? Let's go with that. I think that sounds good. Why not? Backstitch a little. Just to be safe. Let's zip this up because it's going to go crazy. Make sure we're good and straight. Put that zipper end in there. Okay. Turn it. gonna stay quiet for a second because I don't know how else I can mess this up, but oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Okay, I'm crazy. So I was just wanting to like just be like, you know what, I forgot, okay, I just won't do it. And I got to it and I'm like, alright, I gotta do it. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's try this again. I thought there was something missing when I went and, yeah, whatever. Whoa, these bags are dangerous. I'm just flipping this edge up. I seen Lauren do it in one of her videos, this bottom edge. So I want to try it too, to see if it makes flipping the lining easier. I'm actually gonna do it across just because it's like stiff. Overboard, right? Oh well. I'm probably not even putting like clips on, right? I don't care. So are any of you ladies like cars, like to watch, like my husband likes to watch YouTube, you know, guys fixing cars and working on cars and stuff. I have to admit, I think it's kind of boring, but I do own a Mustang and I've wanted one forever, and I told him that eventually I wanted to, well, I told him when I bought it, I wanted to change the oil in it. It's my baby. I love it. I've never changed oil in my life. I've never had to change a tire. You just bat your girly eyes and someone does it for you. You know how it goes, but eyelashes, not eyes. So I was kind of interested in, you know, learning a little bit about cars since I bought my Mustang. And my husband was watching this one show, and it was kind of, I mean, some of it is kind of boring. It's called Vice Grip Garage. And this guy is hilarious. Like, he has little things he says that, I will sit and watch this show with my husband, and actually I will sometimes turn it on just so I can watch it. Normally I'll sew or cross stitch or something while he's watching what he wants. I don't mind because whatever, it's just background noise. I'm always busy sewing or crafting or something. But this guy is like, he always says, I don't know, like the way he says it. And then he'll talk about when he's done, you know, he wants to go have like a beer or something, but instead of calling it a beer, he calls it a cold snack. So, and then he always says, a guy could really, like, do whatever. So, like, or he says, I'm going to do the right thing, and just leave that the way it is. Because he'll be like, oh, there's some rust right here, that's not good, we're going to have to, instead of saying weld, he'll go zzz, zzz, like, I don't know, he's just funny. But, yeah, he'll be like, well, there's rust right here. You know, a guy could just do the right thing and take that off, but I'm gonna leave it. It's fine. It'll be fine. That's like how he talks. It's funny. Okay, now that I'm just rambling, let's see. How does this work? Let's see if I like this. Sorry, you probably can't. I'm trying to flip this that I sewed right side out. I'm trying to figure it out here. Yeah, that works pretty good. I'm just going to steam it really quick so it'll keep its shape. But we are almost done with this bag. I don't know why I keep burping. What the heck? Oh, I was drinking pop. That's what it is. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's what it was. The reason I brought up that car thing, that car guy's YouTube videos, is because I wanted to say, I don't know, but then you guys wouldn't have had any clue what I was talking about or why I was saying it like that, so you all would have thought I was crazy. So long story long, not long story short, sheesh, one of my watches I've been watching lately. So whenever I'm just like, don't know what is going on, I'm just like, I don't know. You guys are probably so tired of hearing me. Just blah, blah, blah. Let's see. This is off a little bit. Of course, right? Of course it's going to be off a little bit. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What did I do wrong? Probably nothing. It's probably just... Okay. I have my zipper tab folded towards, like pointing towards the lining, by the way. And we're just going to sew. I could leave, yeah, I'm going to leave this edge open because I'm going to finish it once I turn the bag around. I'm just going to sew down the edges, and then I'm going to, yeah, sew those shut since I don't know how to use my words. Okay. This one's fun because once we turn it, I don't have to worry about top stitching the top edge because we've already done that. So that's kind of nice with this one. This is a kind of like a really big zipper pouch. I like it. Ooh, I need some more tips. I feel like I've messed up so much in this video, I should probably just like stop now and just record my next bag that I make, but I'm committed. I'm just gonna do it, just going for it. Like my vice grip guy says, I don't know. I'm just gonna do the right thing and just do it anyway. I don't think this is gonna hit my tripod. We should be good. Do a little back stitch. Secure that. The edges are all goofy. I go extra wide on the lining so it fits nicely in the bag. Bring it in a little bit more. The closer we get to the center up here. Stitch. I'm sure I'm pretty positive my seam allowances are off because I just sewed a 1/2 inch on my exterior and I made it bigger on my lining, so I guess as long as it's consistent, right? Let's trim those down. I know you're not gonna be able to see this, sorry. I'll make it quick. Trim, trim. I'm not trimming on where my zipper tabs are, I'm just kind of going around it. And I'm not trimming the very end because I want to sew these together and I want to open them. I want to press the seam open, so I want something to sew over. So go ahead and do this side. Around. Okay. Let's go ahead and sew these shut. Oh, turn it around here. Ooh, squeaky vinyl. will show you where I sewed it as soon as I'm done here. Back stitch on that center seam. All right. Whoa. Ah, get in there. Okay. I started at this outer line and sewed all the way down from outer line to outer line, or outer stitch line, whatever you want to call it. So let's do that one more time. The inside lining is a little bit different because you don't have this full bottom panel that you sew onto each side. So the bottom only had, the lining only has one seam line that you actually see. So it's a little different, but it works the same. It'll be fine. You'll see when you get to it. When we get to it. Stitch. Make sure that seam's open. Back stitch. Okay. All right, we're gonna trim those down. I'm just going to, I'll just show you. You can see how I did that. I kind of left ears on the ends. So that's what I'm doing there. All right, I think we can turn this puppy right side out, which will be easy because we left that whole bottom open. So that'll be nice. Oh my gosh, this vinyl is so stiff. I love it. Okay. Let's poke the corners out. I can move you up a little at the end of the video, and I'm like, hey, you guys can't see. All right, I'm gonna reach in to the center and poke these corners out as well. Use my right hand. It'll go. If you didn't sew over the zipper tab, it'll be just fine. You'll be fine. Just get it in there. Sometimes leave your scissors shut or find something else that's not too pokey, but that kind of helps to poke them out. Let's get this other side. I have to go inside first, kind of get it started. There we go. All right. Woo! Pull this pocket out, and we're going to reach in through that pocket and grab all of this. First, to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to steam with my iron, my waterproof canvas. It makes it more pliable and not so stiff. So 1 second while I do that. Over. Like, seriously, you guys need to try this steam. It's like changes how your vinyl, or how your waterproof canvas acts. I mean, look, I've already got it pulled through. That was so easy. It's crazy. All right, same thing we did with the bottom. I'm gonna sew those two long bottom edges together. And before you do this, I should check, but I know I don't have anything else to do because my little hardware dish over here is empty. But before you sew this together, make sure you check all your seams. Check and see if you have purse feet on it, if you were wanting to do that. Yeah, just make sure everything's sewn together correctly. Your handles are sewn on. It's still possible to sew handles on at this point. A little bit more difficult, but it's possible. So once you sew this, then all you have is that little pocket left open, and it's hard to do anything through that. So what I'm saying is just double check your work. All right. Let's sew. Straighten it up a bit. Okay. Trim those. And now this is what I was talking about. Hopefully you can see that the bottom only has, let's see, this is a seam we just sewed. On the exterior, there was another seam right here because we sewed the bottom one. Well, this one doesn't have it because the one side was longer than the other. So when you pull these to sew them, you don't want to match up those center seams because you'll have this tiny little spot here and this big one here. You want to do just the same thing you did on the exterior. It's just you're going to have to kind of eyeball it a little bit, but it works. You'll still have, I don't know if you can see it, 2 corners. You'll see the way it comes out if you kind of mess with it a little bit. This will be in the center, your side seam that you sewed earlier. I'm not going to open this seam that we just sewed. I'm going to fold it towards the bottom, and that's how I'm going to clip it, and that's how I'm going to sew. And you're going to sew the same. I just sew from the edge. This is the lining, so you want it to be a little tighter than the exterior anyway. I showed you the line where I sewed from the outer line to the outer line. This, there's no lines to really sew from. We didn't top stitch anything. So I just sew from the edge to edge. And I'll show you when I'm done sewing it on what it looks like. Let's put a couple clips in here, fold our seams over how we want them. Alright. About 1/2 inch, a little bit more than 1/2 inch. My thread's all messed up. Okay. Back stitch that center seam. This seam seam allowance I will be cutting down. It's kind of big. Okay, so the long seam we just sewed to sew the bottom together is this. See how I just folded it to the side, and I went from the edge to edge. This is what the other side looks like. I just folded it to the side. I didn't open it, I just folded it over. So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side and then trim those down. And yeah, then we'll shove it in the bag and sew our zipper pocket shut, and we will be done. Yay, fun. Okay. It wasn't working, but I got it now. I don't know what I was doing. Actually, I wanted to go that way. Okay. Alright. Almost there. And then, when I'm done here, I'm gonna go lay in my chair, maybe cross stitch a little, add to my Instagram, check out Facebook, take a nap, I don't know, I'm tired. Alright, I just did the same thing. Now I'm gonna trim those down. I'm not gonna trim them like I did the exterior, I'm just gonna cut straight across. There's no extra big seams that you need to miss or anything like that, so just cut those off. Alright, let's shove that back down through that little tiny zipper pocket hole and then into the bag. Oh. Okay. Not all the way in. I'm going to sew this pocket shut real quick. Alright, it should already be kind of pressed because I did steam it. So, go ahead and just flip it good. Literally, yeah, flip it good. Alright, so sew this shut and we're done. This is it. If you messed anything up or forgot anything, it's all about ripping stitches out now if you gotta fix it. Okay, let's shove that in. I guess I do have to put my straps on, don't I? I'll just clip those on. I won't do the riveting in the video. This is another thing. You could have steamed the pocket before you tried shoving it back in. So I like to really get my corners and really get them shoved in there good. And if you steam this waterproof canvas, oh my gosh. I know, I already said it, but it just makes it so much easier. You don't have to like struggle to really get it in there. Let's zip that shut. Now I'm just gonna push my lining in. Looks good. Awesome. Okay, my straps on the floor. Hang on. Okay, let's put our straps on. Oh, they're so thick. I might sew them on actually. Okay, hang on. There's one. I plan on making a little bit longer a NCW to match. So I know I've already done videos on the NCW, but I'll probably do another one when I do it just because it's not like you have to watch it, right? So, but I may, just because these structured NCWs are so nice. I love, like I was talking earlier about all about the Benjamins from the 31. You just find something, I just love that wallet, and I've been using the mini one forever. It's like my favorite. And the NCWs, I just love them, but there's so much interfacing, and if you use all cotton, and it's just so much prep work. It's not that I'm lazy, there's so much prep work, I just don't like it. So this is the thick vinyl. If I use this, I don't have to interface the outer at all. And if I use waterproof canvas on the inside, I don't have to interface that. And if I use waterproof canvas for the zipper pocket on the NCW, I don't have to interface that. Just all in all, you don't have to interface. You just cut your pieces out and you just sew them together. It's like so great. Okay, rambling again. Here is our finished product other than the riveting. I love it. Awesome. I am so excited about this one. Oh, and the purse feet. Oh, I haven't even looked at those yet. Those are so cute. Okay. All right, so thanks for stopping. Thanks for watching. If you made it through to the end, I am so sorry for all the mess ups and screw ups I did. Like I said, I'm a crackhead today apparently. So I'm going to stop the video now, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick view of my new sewing room. And if I don't get lazy editing the video, I'll put some before pictures and after pictures in the video also, so you can see what it looked like before. So, all right, let's see, an hour and 11 minutes in, hour and 12 minutes. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Enjoy the videos. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, let's go check out this room. Of course, my pug. Either way, buddy. Oh, we're gonna do a little yoga. All right, either way. It says this way, guys. Okay. So yeah, this is what you see when you walk into my house. That over there is like a mud room, not a mud room, but like a, the hot water heater and stuff like that's in there. So over there's my long arm, a couple chairs, my husband and I sit in, the dog's bed, of course, even though he usually sleeps right there in my chair with me, or there in Daddy's chair when Mommy is busy. A bunch of drawers under my long arm. These are those Sterilite drawers, I think they're called. I got them at Meijer. They're plastic. They're great. I'm gonna throw my nail down. Okay. I created my own little desk, I guess. I bought these cabinets at Menards, And we bought some countertop, and yeah, it looks simple, like it was cheap. It was a lot more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. It was, yeah, a lot. But here's a little bit of the quilting I've been doing. I bought this from Missouri Star Quilt Company. It's a Ohio Star quilt kit. Since I live in Ohio. So I've been kind of playing with that. Yeah, of course I got my pug, some design walls that I made, some cross stitch stuff, printer, thread. I got my domestic machine sitting there. Sulky threads that I do my cross stitch with. How do you say it? The Oliso Pro iron Juki DU1181N. The bag we just finished. I moved my ironing board over here when I'm sewing. It's just more convenient. Oh, the thing my sewing machine is sitting on, I guess, is I made the ironing board too, a little one I can move around. Organize my fabric. I don't have a lot of fabric. I typically buy fabric and use it. I don't like hoard it. I wish I did, because I would love to have a ton of fabric, but for some reason I just can't make myself do it. But yeah, and then I use these little bins that I got, I think, from Walmart. Just put like my scraps in. My vinyls are over here on a shelf. I got the little shelf at Menards also, just a wooden shelf. All of my DMC flosses and stuff I put in those photo boxes. This is eventually where my cutting table is going to go, over here. But since we don't have it yet, then it's just these card table type things. If you have problems with your mat moving around, get those shelf liner things. Just a nice little tip. And then the mat doesn't move at all when you're cutting, like whatever you're putting your mat on, if it moves. So, rulers, steps, dog's cage, kitchen. Oh, one more room. Oh, check out the white barn siding. It used to be like, I'll put before pictures on here also so you'll see, but it was like even more, it had like red in it, the barn siding. And we painted it all white. But we left the kids, as they grew, their little list of their heights and stuff. We didn't paint that, so it's kind of like an ugly brown. But anyway, my husband wanted to do the car siding on one wall in here. So he did all that, all the trim. Built the floating shelves and his own little desk. I found this filing cabinet in the clearance aisle at Walmart for like 25 bucks. It doesn't have a handle on the one side, but it's so dark, and not dark in here, but it's black, so unless you like really want to look and see if it's there, you don't even notice it's there. But isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, alcohol, important stuff. But he painted the same colors he did my room in here. Trimmed everything out, painted all the doors, other than this one. No, this one got painted. Anyway, painted the doors the same color as the walls. So that is my new and improved, sewing room. But yeah, he put the can lights and new fans in, new floors. Everything's new, except for the dog and the chairs. The dog left me. I don't know where he's at. But okay, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.